What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Tech and Tactical. I wanted to do a quick video today on what I brought on vacation. There's always kind of a, challenging issue. What do you fly with? I'm in Maine right now. I'm in Harrison, Maine on vacation. This is actually Long Lake that you're looking at. And I wanted to bring enough gear and enough stuff that I would have everything I need, but not bringing stuff that I wouldn't want to lose. When you check stuff on a plane, I'm not totally comfortable that I'm going to end up having that stuff when I land. I've had stuff taken out of bags before, and I'm not going to bring, one of my irreplaceable knives on this trip. I have a Cold Steel Recon 1 and CTSX HP that is discontinued. They changed the steel. I've got that Kershaw Knockout M390. I've got knives that I would not want to lose. So what I did was I brought some knives that I think would work and help me on my trip, and some other choice items. And so far, it's worked out pretty well. So as most of you know, I do like the Ray-Ban Justins, so I've got those. Those are polarized, which is really great for, water sports, being able to see through the water without the glare. I brought my Maxpedition Micro, which I take everywhere with me. I do have a review on that, a couple of them actually. I brought my solar 10,000 milliamp solar charger, power bank. You can see the little red light the little green light right now, which means that it's actually charging from the sun at the moment, even though it's not in direct sunlight. I brought my 3-headed cable that I'm so proud of. I know that a lot of you are aware that these exist, but I hadn't found one until, a couple months ago. So I really love that. That's a very small cable and easy to carry, but it does have iPhone, micro USB, and USB-C for the newer phones. And then the part that you all are here for are the 3 knives that I chose for my trip. Again, I didn't want to bring anything irreplaceable. I didn't want to bring anything that it would kill me if I lost it. But I needed a couple things. So first off, I think that it's kind of self-explanatory. I'm building fires. I'm doing outdoor stuff, so I brought my Mora 511. Now this one is the carbon variant. So I'm right on the water here, as you guys saw. So before I left DC, I put a real thick layer, not thick, but a thorough layer of, what did I use? I used mineral oil this time. I do use different types of oil on my blades, and on my joints of my flippers, I use Benchmade Blue Lube, but I coated this whole blade, although it doesn't look like it right now. I coated this whole blade in mineral oil. So I gave it a nice rub down. I even put some down in the crack. I dripped some so it would really soak in. And then I flew with this thing in the sheath, just covered, the blade itself covered in oil. That brings me to the next thing. So the flipper I chose on the trip is the Modus, the steel wheel Modus. But as many of you know, this is D2. So it's not prone to rust, but it's not totally stainless either. So I coated this one in mineral oil as well before I left the house. Try to get you guys some decent shots. You could probably still see some of that on the oil on there. So I did that as well. Now the knife that I've been using most of the time on the trip is actually the CRKT Minimalist. This thing I've been using essentially the whole time. I put one of my Work Sharp Ken Onion edges on it right before I left DC. I did not oil this one. This one is not as prone to rust. But this thing's been really great the whole time. I've been essentially wearing this around my neck the whole trip. But, I've got, what I do have to do is I'm going to have to upgrade the chain, the ball chain, because this thing is rusting. You can probably see there's some mild rust on this. So yeah, I want to do a quick video, show you guys kind of what I brought and like my thought process behind it. Again, I didn't want to bring anything that I wasn't willing to lose. You know, those steel, I just did a video on the steel wheel Modus. The D2 variant can be found on Amazon for like under $35. So, you know, it wouldn't kill me if I lost that one. The Mora 511 is, you know, these are 10 bucks. So if everyone doesn't own one of these, I mean, I guess if you don't do any outdoor stuff, you might not need one, but you know, I use them to build fires and woodcraft, firecraft. So that was a no-brainer. And I brought the neck knife, you know, the CRKT Minimalist, because they're like between 20 and 25 bucks. So, you know, that one is, it wouldn't kill me if I lost that one either. But thanks for coming to another episode. Please like and subscribe. Comment below with what your thoughts are on what I chose and what you might take on your trip. Thanks again. Later on.